I was told I wasn't needed at Thanksgiving. We're keeping it small this year. Then I saw photos, everyone there smiling, even the neighbors. I said nothing until Dad texted, still covering our $2,900 mortgage. Right, I replied, absolutely. Then cancel this card as panic began. At 7:43, I am 53 missed calls. I don't think we'll need you this year for Thanksgiving. We're keeping it small. Dad's voice was as casual as if he were telling me the weather forecast. Oh, okay. I managed, though the words felt like gravel in my throat. Yeah, just immediate. Family, you understand, he continued, but don't forget. The mortgage payment, right, $2,900, is due soon. We appreciate you helping us with that, of course. I whispered, letting the familiar wave of cold numbness roll over me. I hung up and stared at my phone. Thanksgiving, small family, except I wasn't family, not really. I was a walking ATM, a can. Vignette donor, a silent backup. They didn't even bother lying this time, didn't even dress it up with some excuse about me being too busy or the house being too. For 3 days later, I was on a break at work, scrolling through my phone, sipping coffee that tasted like cardboard when I saw it, a photo glowing on my screen like a slap rifle. Family's living room, the long polished table set with roasted turkey, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce. The whole spread. My mom laughing, her wine glass lifted, Dad red-faced and grinning, my sister Sarah leaning into her boyfriend who had his arm around her. Even the neighbors were there, all of them together smiling, everyone except me. My breath caught in my chest, turning jacket for a moment. I thought maybe I was seeing things, a trick of the screen. But then I saw the caption, thankful for family, grateful for everyone who made it. Everyone I didn't call, I didn't text, I didn't do anything. I'd just stared at that picture, their faces, feeling that familiar pressure behind my eyes, the silent guide lived with for years. At 7:43, the next morning, Dad's text came in. They just confirming you're still covering our $2,900 mortgage, right? I stared at the screen, a question, no, a demand. An expectation. I typed back, absolutely. Then I opened my banking app, found the automatic payment for their mortgage, and cancelled it. My phone stayed silent for exactly 4 hours and 19 minutes. Then it exploded. First call. Then another 3, 5, 12, 20. By 8 p.m., the count had hit 4:33. I didn't answer a single one. I didn't need to. I knew exactly what they were thinking. But they had no idea what was coming. I let them stew in their own panic for a full day. 53 missed calls, desperate voicemails, even serious pathetic Facebook post calling me selfish. But I wasn't done, not even close. See, they didn't just forget about me, they used me. I was never part of their family. I was their insurance policy, their safety net. And now they were going to feel what it meant to lose that. The first strike was the mortgage. I'd been covering it for nearly 3 years. Dad lost his job, or rather quit, when his boss wouldn't promote him, and Mom's part-time job. He was nothing more than selling overpriced essential oils to her Facebook France. They never told me I was paying for the whole house. They just casually asked me for a little help with the mortgage. That little help turned into me paying $2,900 every single month. So I called the bank as to remove the auto payment. The agent was polite. Would you like to set a new payment date? No, I said I'd like it canceled. 10 minutes later, a text from Dad. Hey, something's wrong with the mortgage payment. It didn't go through. Can you check on it? I ignored it. But I wasn't done. Mom had a credit card, one eco-signed, because she needed it for emergencies. Those emergencies apparently included online shopping, takeout, and her weekly spot trips balance, $3,700. I cancelled the card. The bank would send her a notification. Then there was serious car, a sleek red SUV she bragged about to all her friends, a car eco signed on because she promised she'd take over payments in a few months. Spoiler, she never did. I called the dealership, told them I wanted to initiate a voluntary repossession. Oh sir, are you sure? I'm sure. 3 moves, 3 small cuts, but enough to start the bleeding. My phone stayed quiet for the rest of the night. Too quiet. The morning came. 7:43 am. Dad again. First call, then another 6 in a row. Then a text, this is serious. They're saying we're overdue. Call me 8:10 am. Mom's turned, her voice in a voicemail shaky and desperate. Sweetheart, please, there's a mistake. The mortgage, it's past due in my card. They said it's been cancelled. Can you help us fix this? By noon, Sarah exploded in a group chat with me and my parents. Sarah, you did this, didn't you? This is because you're mad you weren't invited me. What exactly did I do? Sarah, don't play dumb. My car payment, they're saying it's going to be repossessed. Me must be a mistake. Maybe you should try making a payment for what's the chat fell silent. But then I got a private message from her. You're just trying to hurt us back. Because you're upset, always were jealous of me because mom and dad love me more. Go ahead, ruin everything. It's the only way you'll feel important. Jealous. The word hung in my mind like a spark near a gas tank. I tapped on her profile, looked at the pictures, all those photos of her with my parents, all those vacations, birthdays, family gatherings I wasn't even invited to. I scrolled through, feeling the turning into something cold, something sharp. Then I found it, one of her posts 2 weeks ago. Family is everything, so grateful that have real family around. Real family. The bile rose in my throat, but I forced it down. No more anger, only action. I remembered something. Mrs. Carmichael, the nosy neighbor next door, she was always taking pictures at family events, posting them all over Facebook, so I sent her a friendly message. I miss. See, hope you're doing well. Did you get any nice photos at Thanksgiving this year? I missed out and would love to see everyone. She replied almost instantly, thrilled someone was interested within minutes. I had 7 crystal clear photos. My parents laughing over the turkey. Sarah and her boyfriend cuddled on the couch. Even the neighbors, every way. Was there everyone but me perfect? I saved them. Then I sent one to my mom, just the photo with a single text. Did you have a good time with your small family? She read it instantly, no reply. But the call started again. Mom, dad, even Sarah. I ignored them all that night. I ordered pizza. I opened a bottle of wine and stared at my phone as it vibrated and buzzed with their desperation. They weren't sorry, they were scared, because the one thing they feared more than losing me was losing my money. The next morning, Dad tried to turn the tables. Listen, enough games. We raised you, we sacrificed for you. This is how you repay us. I texted back, raised me or used me. This isn't repayment, it's a refund. By afternoon, I got a new notification. Sarah had posted another status. Some people will destroy their own family for attention, but real family never gives up. It was public. The comments were a mess of support for her. Cousins, aunts, old family friends, all talking about how ungrateful I was. They wanted to show fine. I give them one. I went through my messages, gathering them all, every request for money, every promise that it's just this one time, every guilt trip, every screenshot of me covering their bills while they called me a softie behind my back. Then I made a folder, a nice, clean folder with all the proof, their betrayal and full color. And just to make it clear, I went one step further. I wrote a new post on my own profile. Family isn't who you're born with, it's who stands beside you for years. I was there paying their bills, covering their mistakes, and when I wasn't needed, I was forgotten. But I'm done being a ghost. I will be their safety net anymore. I attached one of the photos, the happy laughing family I was never part of, and I hit post. The notifications were instant. Comments flooded in, some shocked, some supportive, some accusing me of being dramatic. But I didn't care because the mask was off. They wanted me to be invisible. Now they couldn't look away. I watched the chaos unfold from the comfort of my couch. Notifications flooded my phone. Missed calls from mom, furious text from Sarah, and dad's desperate voicemail swinging between rage and pathetic. Police. I didn't answer any of them. I didn't need to. The truth was already a wildfire, and they were caught in the middle trying to stamp it out with lies. But it wasn't enough, not yet. That's when mom texted me, the neighbors are having a barbecue for the 4th of July. You should come, it'll be fun. Everyone wants to see you. Will show them what a strong family. We are a strong family. They still thought they could use me as a prop, parade me around as their successful son to imp. Press the neighbors, pretending nothing was wrong. They wanted to show fine, to give them one they'd never forget. July 4th, Independence Day. American flags waved from porches. The air was thick with the scent of grilled meat, and laughter filled every yard. A celebration of family unity, the perfect place for the truth. They didn't know this would be there. Final performance. Mom texted me the day before. The neighbors are having a barbecue. You should come. It'll be fine. Everyone wants to see you. You will show them what a strong family. We are a strong family. They really believed that they thought they could parade me around like a successful son who always helps out show off in front of the neighbors, then go back to using me as their personality. Am I? But this time I wasn't coming as their son, I was coming as the truth. I arrived a bit late. The yard was already packed with guests, laughter, music, the smell of grilled burgers. My family, all dressed in red, white, and blue, stood at the center like the stars of the show. There, he's Dad's voice boomed the second he saw all me's green, too wide to perfect her son, always there for us. Right, Mom rushed over, grabbing my arm, her smile so tight it looked painful. We're such a happy family, and our boys always around to help us out. Sarah, holding a drink, shot me a smug glance. Yeah, always so generous, we couldn't manage without him. Neighbors looked at me, nodding, impressed. Someone even raised their glass to a strong family. Strong, I smiled for the first time in years. I felt calm. Really, I said loud enough for everyone to hear. A strong family like the one you had at Thanksgiving when I wasn't invited, but all of you were there. The laughter died instantly. Mom's face went pale. What are you talking about? Dad chuckles nervously. Or maybe it's strong, because I've been paying for your house for the past 3 years, $2,900 every month, and I never even got to thank you. Neighbors exchanged glances. The whispers started in. Mom here, with her emergency credit card, $3,700 in debt for her shopping and spot trips. But she never thought twice, because she knew I'd cover it. Stop it. Sarah stepped forward, her face red. Are you seriously trying to ruin this for us? Ruin? I pulled out my phone. If honesty ruins you, then maybe you should blame the lies. I tapped my phone in the large scale. The neighbors set up for a movie night flickered to life. A photo appeared, my family's Thanksgiving celebration, all of them smiling, laughing with the neighbors without me. Look, a small family gathering, everyone's there except me. Dad rushed towards the screen, but I stepped in his way. Don't, this is just the beginning. I swiped again, screenshots. Phil Vickery, Mom, don't worry. He always pays. He's too soft to say no. Sarah, yeah. I'll just say it's for the kids. He won't dare refuse. Dad, he gets upset. But he always helps. Eventually the crowd went silent. Someone pulled out their phone to record. Is this true? Oh, Sarah, I looked directly at her. All these years you've been lying about me, calling me selfish, greedy. But the truth is you've been taking advantage of me. You're insane. She hurled her drink to the ground, the glass shattering. You're just trying to make us look bad. Make you look bad. I laughed. I'm just showing the truth. Mom's voice quiver it. Please. He's not here, not in front of everyone. This is a family of that family. I raised my phone higher. You're not a family, you're a group of users. You take, and never give anything back. They grabbed my arm, trying to force me away. Enough, stop this. You're humiliating us. Humiliate. You are. Yanked my arm free. Is it more humiliating than being your personal wallet, your convenient little backup plan? You use me. And now I'm done. I looked around at the neighbors. Some were shocked, others fascinated, some disgusted. They didn't invite me to Thanksgiving. They called me selfish. But here's the truth. They only love me when they need my money. Sarah lunch for the TV, trying to turn it off. But the images just kept cycling. Every screenshot, every insult, every fake apology. Stop it. You're destroying everything. She screamed for voice cracking. Yes, I am. I said, my voice clear. But I'm not destroying a family, on destroying a lie. Mom fell to her knees, grabbing my hand, her tears fake, her voice a desperate whisper. Please. We can fix this. We can talk. I leaned down, meeting her eyes. You can fix this yourselves without me. I turned and walked away. Behind me, I heard Dad shouting, Sarah crying, Mom begging, but none of it touched me. Not anymore. I walked past the wide-eyed neighbors, their whispers chasing me. Some were recording, some just stared. But for the first time in years, I didn't feel shame. I felt free. Silence. That's what followed the barbecue. Not just in my phone, in their lies. I didn't hear from them for a week then too, but I didn't need to. I knew exactly what was happening. Their house was drowning in unpaid bills. The mortgage, now back into their names, was passed to the utilities, disconnected one by one. The credit card Mom use, like her personal shopping spree, cancelled. The car Sarah drove, the one eco sign for, was now in the dealer's lot, repossessed and ready for auction. They were crumbling. And I didn't lift a finger to stop it. Instead, I made a simple call to the bank. Hi, I'd like to dispute the mortgage payments I've made for the last 3 years. I was misled. I paid them under the impression that I was a corner. But I'm not the bank agent. Hesitated, sir. That's a serious claim we may need to review the account. Please, do I have proof? And I did copies of the payments messages from mom and dad calling it a house, asking me to cover a mortgage, lies, all of them. 3 days later, I got a call back. Mr. Carter, after reviewing the case, we see significant misrepresentation. We can issue a partial refund of your payments as a settlement. I smiled. How much? $24,000. Perfect, send it to my account. But I wasn't done. Next, I called the credit card company. I need to report fraudulent use of a joint account. The other party made unauthorized purchases. They were surprisingly helpful. A week later, I received an email. The disputed charges have been reversed. $3,700 has been credited to your account to wins. Finally, the car. I wasn't even planning on getting anything back for it. I just wanted Sarah to feel sting, but the dealership called me. Mr. Carter, the repossessed vehicle has been auctioned. As a co-signer, you're entitled to a portion of the sale after fees. Your share is $4,200. 3 wins in total. I got back over $30,000 money I never thought I'd see again. But for them it was a disaster. Their house was slipping away. The electricity and water were shut off. They were living by candlelight, rationing food, calling every relative new, trying to bag or borrow enough to stop the bleeding. But I wasn't the only one who knew the truth. Now see the barbecue video. The one where I exposed them didn't just stay in the neighborhood, it went online. The neighbors talk shared. It commented, it spread. Strangers started messaging me, telling me they've gone through the same thing. Used by family, drain dry. I wasn't alone, but my family was. Then finally, they broke. It was a rainy Sunday when I heard a knock at my door. I wasn't expecting anyone. I almost didn't answer. But then I saw them through the people. Poor mom, dad, Sarah. They were soaked, their clothes clinging to their bodies, their faces, pale eyes. Hello, I opened the door just enough to look at them. Please, mom's voice was barely a whisper. Please, let us in. I didn't move, didn't open the door wider. Why? Dad swallowed hard. We need to tie. Talk like when you call me selfish, like when you spent my money behind my back. So broke. First tears streaming down her cheeks. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know it would get this bad, didn't you? I leaned against the door frame. You knew exactly what you were doing, all of you. Mom dropped to her knees. Her hands clasped. Please. We've lost everything, the house, the car, even the neighbors won't talk to us anymore because they know the truth. I crossed my arms. And now, so do you? Dad's pride cracked. His voice broke. We were wrong. I was wrong. I thought you'd always be there. I didn't realize how much we were hurting you. I laughed, a cold, empty sound. You didn't care how much you were hurting me. You cared how much you could take for me. They stood in the rain, shivering, broken. And for the first time I saw them for what they were, not parents, not family, but desperate strangers. You used me, lied to me, made me your personal back. I took a deep breath. But that's over. Please, sir, step forward. We'll pay you back. Whatever you want. I already got my money. I nodded. The bank, the credit card, the car. It's all settled. And you're not getting another, said it. Looked at me, stunned. Please, will do anything. Mom's voice was a choked sob. Just don't leave us. I didn't leave you. I leaned in, staring into her desperate, tear-filled eyes. You left me the second you decided I was just her wallet. And now that's all gone. I didn't shut the door. Yet I wanted them to feel it, the weight of everything they lost, not just the money. Me go find someone else to use, or better yet learn how to survive without a victim. Wait, Dad tried to step forward, but I closed the door, locked it. Their muffled cries, their desperate banging on the door, it all faded into silence. I walked to my window and watched as they finally turned and stumbled away, lost in the rain. And for the first time in years I felt nothing, no guilt, no anger, no regret, just peace. Silence became my new best friend. No more desperate calls, no more guilt-tripping texts. My mornings were peaceful, coffee and hand watching the sunrise through my quiet apartment. The $30,000 I got back wasn't just money, it was freedom. One eve, I walked into a grocery store and saw him. Dad's smaller grayer staring at a can of soup. Our eyes met in his face went pale. He hesitated, being shuffled over. I know you probably hate me. You should. We used you, treated you like a big. I didn't think you'd ever leave. I didn't speak. I let the silence crush him. I thought I was teaching you to help family. But I was just taking it now. Now everything's gone. The house your mother's with Sarah, but they barely speak. No, you thought I'd always be a tool. In when I stopped, your world crumbled. Tears shimmered in his eyes. Can you ever forgive me? I don't know. But I won't be your victim anymore. He nodded, broken, and turned away, disappearing into the aisles. I finished my shopping, went home, and sat by the window sipping my coffee, watching the city lights. They say family's everything.